morning. It's fancy coffee time. Did you sleep well? Mine was, it was good. I'm grateful for it, but it wasn't as good as it could have been. Do you know what I'm saying? Let's get our coffee going. Good morning, Chubby Cheese. I got some milk. It's Marsha, which is a sugar-free toasted marshmallow syrup. Makes the best coffee. Or microwave this. We need to add some water. Hi, Lucy Lou. She's camera shy. And start. Thank you. So the beginning of this week was really hard, but it's getting better. Okay, today's Tuesday. I was supposed to have therapy today, but instead I had it yesterday. Again, because the beginning of this week was really rough. I feel much better though. I know that Desiree 2 years ago had no idea how to protect herself, how to surround herself with the right people. And yesterday in therapy, I said to my therapist, I said, I get frustrated with myself because there's a part of me that wants to be friends with every single person, right? There's a part of me that every single person I meet, I want to show them the love that I was lacking in my life. Is that the complex PTSD? Yeah. Is it a flaw with me? No. But I need to learn how to rein it in. You see, here's the thing. I will meet you and we will instantly become best friends, right? And then I'll start to see red flags and I'll be like, no, Desiree, you're just getting in your head. It's not you. It's just in your noggin. Leave it alone. And I'll ignore all those red flags. Meanwhile, all of my friends are standing around, like, waving the flag, okay? They're like, hey, you, boom, boom, boom. Don't go that way. Don't go down that road. And I ignore them. Infamous for it. Infamous. Well, I'm not ignoring my friends anymore. When my friends clock someone as T or whatever the kids say, I'm going to start listening to them. Okay? Because I ignore my friends sometimes, but now I'm listening to them. And now, me and my therapist and my friends have come up with very good game plan to keep me from continuing this pattern. First and foremost, yesterday we had to draw a chart in therapy. Well, I didn't draw. My therapist drew. And she always says, I'm not a good drawer. And I always giggle. Those are her exact words. Anyways, we made a little chart. I'm going to reenact said chart to you. Okay? Because I feel like this is going to help someone else. This is the new method moving forward. But first of all, I am not going to be bringing anybody into my little clan for quite a while. Okay? Into my little wolf pack. Because I need to just let myself heal a little bit. Okay, I need to just let myself heal. I need to make sure that the people that I invite into my life are on the same emotional maturity capacity that I am. They don't have to be perfect, but because I'm not perfect, they need to have a level of emotional maturity that makes me not want to right in the face. I mean, I never would, but it's frustrating. My feelings were completely shit on by somebody recently. And I'm not going to let myself surround myself with people like that anymore. So here's what we're going to do. Okay, we're going to have 3 circles. 4 technically, but we're only drawing 3. We're going to draw 1 circle in the middle. Then we're going to draw a circle here. Then we're going to draw a circle here. Okay? This is going to be our green zone. This is going to be our yellow. This is going to be our orange. And this is red. Okay? This is when you get extradited off the island. Okay? When you move to red. Green. I'm right in the center of that green. You're right in the center of that green. Your very closest people to you that you would trust with your child's life, you're going to put those in the middle. So there's hubby, there's TJ, there's Maddie, there's Erica, there's Claire, there's Jess, saging space. There's like my friend Heather, she'd be in here. So all my like closest people right there in the middle. Okay. And then these people out here in yellow, that's who like, okay, I'd invite you over to the house for dinner. So we're going to say that would be like, I'd say that's going to be Natalie. How many yellows do I have? My friend Aleka. I'd say it's going to be, I don't know, I guess my brother-in-law Ian. I'd say it's going to be, I don't know, who else? Okay, so that's yellow. Those are people, I'd invite you over. You can hang out at my house. I trust you knowing where I live. Orange. That's going to be work associates, okay? Those are going to be people like I meet and I'm like, hey, I got to be nice to them. I don't really want to get to know them. They're going to stay in orange, okay? Red. Some people got moved to red this week and they're going to stay in red because the emotional maturity is nowhere near mine. And I don't want to surround myself with people whose energy brings me down. I want to make it very clear. On my page, there is no mean girl behavior. I will not associate myself with mean girls ever again. And if I do, the minute I see the red flag, I'm out. Okay? I don't ever have to paint a picture of somebody who paints the picture themselves. As an influencer, it is our responsibility when we speak to make sure that we process it before posting it. And if you know your post is going to hurt somebody, maybe just don't post it. Maybe we should just be a little bit more self-aware. Maybe. But telling you now, this little circle chart is going to be highly utilized, okay? Because I see the pattern in me. My therapist can see the pattern. This is not something's wrong with me or I'm broken. This is my brain's coping mechanism because of complex post-traumatic stress disorder, because I was constantly abandoned, because I was constantly fighting for people to love me, because I was constantly being traumatized. This is a healthy way to bring people into my life. What I've been doing for the past 35 years is not a fucking healthy way. And I am to the point now where I broke down yesterday in my therapist's office. I said, I am so sick and tired of this pattern. I'm so sick and tired of loving people immediately and then seeing them and being hurt. I need to teach my brain how to spot shit before it's too late. Because when I look back at this friendship I just ended, it was there all along. I just ignored it because I'm like, I want to be the bigger person. But it was there all along, and I got to stop putting myself into situations. One thing I've been repeating to myself the last few days is it is not my job to fix other people. It is not my job to wake other people up. It is not my job to make other people care about how they talk to others and how they treat others and how others feel with their interactions. It is not my fucking job. Do you know what my job is? To figure shit like this out, start applying it, and make my life a little bit better and bring in more quality people that are on the same level of acceptance and love for everybody like I am. You know, like I do judge, but I really try not to. Every time I catch myself judging, I will do the inner work to figure out why. My therapist always says not every thought has to be thought into, but I still do that. It's a bad habit. But like when something is weighing heavy on my soul, it will eat at me until I am a nervous wreck like I was this weekend. I was crying, I was upset, I was angry, and then I needed to bring the friendship to an end, and I did. And it all happened, it all unfolded, and I'm not upset. I'm not upset. I'm like relieved because all of my friends saw what was happening, and I will never forget flat out being like, Desiree, you are surrounding yourself with a fucking mean girl right now, and I don't like it. And I was like, I appreciate your feedback. She was 100% right. She was 100% right. So now I told all my friends, you guys have an interview process because I can't be trusted. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I just can't be trusted. So if you're like me and you have a habit of just bringing people in without knowing them, and I'm not saying that who I ended a friendship with, I'm not saying they're a bad person. They're not, we just don't align. Like, we're on different levels. There's a song, Levels and Differences by China Styles. You can go listen to it. But when I was like trying to figure things out, I heard that song for the first time. And I was like, damn it, China Styles. Always coming in, making me hear what I need to hear. But I feel bad, but I feel good. I'm proud of myself. My husband even said he's proud of me because it's not very often that I speak my mind because I'm always scared of hurting people. And another part of that is the last conversation I had with my dad. It was not a good one. You know, I called him on his shit. And sometimes it is what I said. I was going to say it's not what you said, it's how you say it, but it is what I said to my dad in our last communication before, you know, I went into contact and then he passed away. But my therapist said that like a lot of like what I hold on to could be related to the guilt that I carried after my dad passed. And I don't have to carry that guilt anymore. I don't have to, you know, I trust myself enough to know that I can speak my mind in a kind manner. I can make a clear, factual statement without hurting you. I don't name call. I mean, I guess I kind of did in that video when I said they're shallow and ignorant. I guess I should have worded it that was shallow and ignorant, not you're shallow and ignorant. So I did name call. And I was very upset by that video they posted. And I didn't say she, he, or anything to identify this person. I said they. I did not name them. The people that knew who it was 85% of those people had already messaged me upset about that video. So I got a message from a follower saying, I can't believe you're friends with this person. And I wanted to be like, well, you know what? I've been talking to my friends about that, and I don't think it's going to last very long. So it was like, you guys, my supporters, people were seeing it and coming to me about it. And that's where, like, I want you to know that this process has been going on up here for weeks. 4 weeks. Actually, since my birthday party. Because that's when I was approached about it. And people were like, hey, I just want to let you know, like, I'm glad it's us here. Because if a mean girl would have showed up, it wouldn't have went over well with all of us, because we're not mean girls. But I don't think I think this person, I don't know. I'm going to stop talking about it because I don't want it to come off me. But I think that when you're a mean girl, there's a reason why you're a mean girl. Or why you come off as a mean girl. You can be the sweetest person in the world, but things you say and things you do are what get you looped into that. And so you could be sweet, but you got to look at all the actions going on before you determine something. And I should have, because it was there all along. Rage baiting, all of that, that's mean girl behavior. And I ignored it. And then went to therapy. Today I didn't even go to the gym yesterday, but we did a 3-mile hike. I'm off topic now because I'm tired of talking about that. I just wanted to show you this and the necessary steps you can take in the future to make sure. And I'm not saying like I'll never surround myself with somebody who pulls one over on me again. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that by utilizing this chart, we have, my therapist said discernment. I need to discern that not every person belongs here, or even here, or even here. It is okay to meet someone and completely send them to the Red Island. I'm not a bad person if I do that. But up here, I've always felt like I was a bad person. But she's like, Desiree, if you meet someone and their vibes are off and your soul is telling you no, they go to the red zone. Like, and everybody should start off at least in the orange. They can't just move right in. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's got to be a process. But this middle part, the discernment here, needs to be crucial. Okay? I think it's going to be a very, 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 very long time before I ever let anybody in here. Ever. Just because I protect this core group. Like, these are my people. I've spent 40 years of my life waiting to find the humans in here. You're not getting in there easy. Okay. All right. Pop up today. Hitchhiker Brewery. Me and Maddie are going to be there for Cinco de Mayo. I hope to see you. I'm bringing the beef birria. We got mac and cheese, doing chicken bowls with crunchy love on top. We'll be there at 4:30 until probably about 9. So we have that going on. Also, 3 things I love about me. My raw honesty, my emotional maturity, and my growth to putting down boundaries in my life now. 3 things I love about myself, truly. 3 things I'm grateful for. My friends. My friends who, even when it hurts, they are going to be honest with me. And they're going to try to protect me. And then when I do things that don't protect me, they're not going to say, I told you so. They're going to say, I love you. Is there anything I can do to make you feel better? That's what I'm grateful for. Because that's what every single one of my friends did. Claire sent me the best text message ever yesterday. And it was like a metaphor. And she was like, I just want to let you know that, like, hold on. I got to go read it and then I'll come back. Okay, so this is what it said. It said, I love you. You are a wildfire that cannot be contained. Some people will try to get too close to that and they will burn up. But others, hold on, I forgot the other part. She said, some people can't handle the heat and God, I can't. This is ADHD at its finest. Okay, here it is. She said, I love you and you're a wildfire that can't be contained. Some people can't handle the heat and will get burned up. But other people that love you will be by your side, getting all warm and gooey and being something like the best marshmallow. It was a marshmallow metaphor, okay? People get warm and gooey from my love. And then other people can't handle the heat and they'll burn to a crispy marshmallow, okay? That was the best metaphor. So anyways, my friends, I'm so grateful. And the fact that every one of them, my husband loves, they love my husband. They see how good he is to me. I've actually had friends that did not like my husband because he was too good to me and their husbands were not good to them. That was tricky one to work through. And the third, that was the first thing I'm grateful for. Second thing that I'm grateful for is my ability to stay calm through the storm now. Years ago, I was a hothead. I mean, I wouldn't like scream at people, but I would get like really anxious. I'd get a headache. I would cry. I'd have panic attacks. Now I'm just like, meh, it hurts. Let me cry it out and then wake up and feel better. And that's what I do now. Third thing that I'm grateful for is my courage. My courage to share my story and my courage to call out shit that I don't necessarily agree with and let people know that if they're hurt by it, I was too, and I get it. My courage to say what needs to be said, even though people don't want to hear it. And just my courage to stand up for me. I never had that before, you guys. I've survived every form of abuse there is, and I was 1000% people pleaser. I did not care about myself. I cared more about the opinions of others, and I have changed so much. And that took a lot of courage. So that's what I'm grateful for. Tell me what you're grateful for. I'm gonna go enjoy the rest of my coffee. I hope you have a great day. Okay, love you. Bye.